that 10.5 million illegal aliens that came across that border. We got to look, that's in addition to 15 million already here. So now the roles change. Now Border Patrol is backstopping ICE on the interior. It's working. Record numbers of removals, arrests. Right now we already have a record number, historic number of arrests and removals this fiscal year. And we'd bring on 10,000 more agents by mid-January. And we're going to blow this historic number out of the water next year. So everything's working good. It's still under the leadership of acting Director Todd Lyons, under the leadership of Secretary Noem. The results speak for themselves. The agents out there doing what President Trump promised he'd do, is make his country safe again.
Donald J. Trump on Truth Social. Pass voter reform, voter ID, no mail-in ballots. Save our Supreme Court from packing. No two-state edition, etc. Terminate the filibuster. Donald J. Trump on Truth Social. And so it begins.
War, but I don't listen to people that are stupid. Go ahead.
Wait, let me get this straight. He threw in a Cheney Bush Iraq war reference, and the next day Dick Cheney died.
We didn't even touch on that yet. Cheney's
Good God.
Cheney dies 11.3.
And announced on 11.4.
Correct.
Crazy.
Oh, shit.
Well, wait a second. Then that brings more credence to this, because Dan Scavino, 26 minutes in, so 12:26 a.m. would be 00:26 military time. Yep. Think about it logically. The only way is the military fully controlled save and spread once 11.3 verifies as first marker. He posted that 26 minutes after 11.3 ended.
Damn. Damn.
I love this job.
Verifies as the first marker.
Good thing you can do it.
First marker.
So let's see what happens.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, save and spread. Wait. Save and spread. So, well, we're spreading. I mean,
we're definitely we're saving and spreading over here, bro.
Man spreading.
Well, yeah, here's the Cheney died thing.
Inez, thank you very much. We do have breaking news that we want to tell you about this morning. We just learned about this. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at the age of 84. He passed away from pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease. His wife and daughters were with him when he died, according to sources. Cheney also served as White House Chief of Staff and Secretary of Defense. He, of course, served under President George W. Bush, a key architect of U.S. policy after 9/11, one of the most controversial but influential figures of modern politics. Again, Dick Cheney, the former vice president, has passed away. He was 84 years old.
So Dick Cheney was put to death. Dave, do you want to talk about the...
Dick Cheney, well, we already know he went a long time ago. So this was the indictment list. I bring it up. We already know anyway. So this was, bugger off. Updated arrest list, November 4th, 2020. So you just go to amgnews.com, amg-news.com, and then you click on Guantanamo Bay, go to page 2. And so this is the list this is the latest, updated November 4th, 2023, and you click on that thing there. I forgot what it's called. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's see. Oh, the list is just getting bigger. Dick Cheney, arrested and executed.
On X comments, posted at 7:05 a.m., November 4, 2025. Removing Iranian regime in Iraq has officially begun. Initial reports of massive explosions at a large base of the Popular Mobilization Forces in Baghdad. LFGGG. P.S. I bet he doesn't know what LFGGG means, lol. Let's fucking go.
That's not a laugh, is it?
¡Oh, my God! ¡Corre para atrás, papi! ¿Viste? Te lo estoy diciendo, Dios mío.
¡Ay, pinga!
¡Ay, Dios mío!
Pero qué pinga es. Vamos a ver.
Papi, cuidado.
Espérate.
¡Ay, Dios Mira la cantidad de gente cogiendo candela, papi.
Bro, get the fuck away from here, like turn around. Bro, no, hold on. I think it's gonna crash, bro. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Damn, they're dead. They are dead, bro.
3 fatalities. Oh, I believe that number is going to get larger. We have at least 11 injuries, some of them very significant, that are being treated by local hospitals. Again, I think that number will get larger.
Update from Gov Andy Bashir on plane crash, posted by police_frequency/159904 on Telegram. At least 3 fatalities, and that number is expected to get larger. At least 11 injuries, and that number is expected to get larger. No hazardous material on board the flight. 2 businesses impacted, Kentucky Petroleum Recycling and Grade A Auto Parts. All but 2 employees have been accounted for from those businesses. Other surrounding businesses like the Ford plant and Expo Center are sheltering in place. NTSB leading the investigation and expected on scene at any moment. Firefighters from departments across Louisville, Lexington, and surrounding counties are on scene helping to battle the blaze. All homes and businesses between Outer Loop North to the Ohio River have been asked to close windows, turn off air intake systems due to the smoke. Family Reunification Center has been set up at the LMPD Training Academy, 2911 Taylor Boulevard. See link below.
Guys, I am just livid actually what Bruce has put in, especially regarding the Yellow Dragon bonds. That people have criticized me, have trolled me in Twitter, they have trolled me in Telegram, especially this Mickey Psycho guy and Bish Bosh on the other way, the Yellow Dragons and all these other haters and Goldilocks saying that what I was doing, the Yellow Dragon bonds were a scam that don't have any value. If they didn't have any value, then why would Bruce actually mention Yellow Dragon bonds and the red dragons as well, right? They do exist. They do have value, okay? The only way that we're going to find out how much value is where they transact, all right? So they're completely talking a lot of shit. All they were doing just trying to destroy me. All right, I'm just vindicated right now. All right, take care, guys, and hopefully by tomorrow we'll be able to cross that finish line. Take care, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
You know, all these years, for a long time, Wolverine has been accused of not telling the truth about the Yellow Dragon bonds. And those of us that did purchase them, we knew all the time of their legitimacy because we were told how the process worked. The ones that were accusing Wolverine of selling things that were not real, as far as the bonds go, did not understand how the process worked. Bruce tonight did indeed vindicate Wolverine of all these false accusations. Whether you bought a bond through the contact that Wolverine provided to you, or if you bought one on eBay or any other place, you will just take the bond with you to the Redemption Center. They will verify the legitimacy of the bond. Each bond has a serial number on it. Now, the ones that are bought on eBay, I do not know how they will connect it to you personally, but they can certainly verify if it is a true bond. The ones that were sold via the Yellow Dragon bonds, they are in a sealed box. All the bonds are in one box. There are so many bonds in the box. So they sold the bonds, one per person. They are under seal. They are with a lawyer. They are in a vault. When the time comes for them to be redeemed or exchanged, the box and the sealed box will be opened, and each person that purchased a bond will be assigned a bond to that person. We do not hold a bond in our hand, but it is assigned to us. The way we purchased the Yellow Dragon bond, it is a legitimate form done under a legal means with an attorney who handles this for us, and we knew this. The people who have been accusing Wolverine of doing this falsely did not know the process of what was involved. We carefully read everything when we purchased the bond, and we knew how it would be paid out and the conditions of how it was being held for us. So tonight, yes, we celebrate Wolverine's vindication, and those people who so falsely accused him of this should truly apologize because to Wolverine, because Bruce clearly stated that these are going to be exchanged, and they will have people on site to verify them. So, everyone, I want you to be encouraged and to be happy, because soon we will be going to our redemption center, and whether you have a bond or you have currencies, all will be exchanged and redeemed for you, and you will be on your way to a beautiful new life. And Wolverine has endured much to bring us onto this journey, to the finish line of this journey. And I admire him and applaud him for his strength, his resilience, and all his efforts to carry us through, despite the enormous obstacles placed in his way by those with impure hearts. God has vindicated Wolverine. Amen.
Hey guys, how are you? All right, I do have an update. This may, according to my intel, this would be my final update, according to my intel. Now, there's some major developments that's happening with how the medbeds are going to be released, given very extreme recent circumstances, which were updated only a couple of hours ago. Like 2 hours. I don't have time to give the update now because I've got a few sessions to get done before that. But once I'm done, I will come on and do a live stream. Now, it's very important when I do this live stream regarding the medbed information that you really, really listen. It's really important. There's going to be a lot of confusion if you don't listen correctly. Okay, listen to understand instead of listening to react. Okay, very, very important. If you don't understand it, then listen again. Okay, listen a couple of times, and Tito will do the translation. Okay, so do not worry, that translation will come out, but it is extremely important information regarding medbed rollout. Okay, based on the events that has happened in the past few days. All right, so the information I have regarding the RV, and I've got from every single one of my sources, is that it is today, Wednesday. So Wednesday around the world goes over like a 36-hour thing. It's weird. So it's already Wednesday at 20 to 9 in the morning for me. But most of you guys are on American time and it's still lunchtime or mid-afternoon in places. So be very aware that if it doesn't happen for you on Wednesday, it's still Wednesday somewhere else, okay, in the world. Okay, so relax. All right, you've got a good 24-hour period. Okay, so that's the update regarding the RV, that it is today. Everyone's in place, everyone, and I mean every single person for the RV to take place is in place as we speak. Okay, the Galactics are expecting it to go in about 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, something like that. Okay, but it can go anytime within the next 36 hours. Okay. We now confirm Mark Z's intel of bankers are under NDA. So I have had that confirmed, okay, by the Galactics. So that's confirmed. What else? What else did I have to say? Nothing that you need to know right now. So I will come on when I finish my sessions, and I will explain about the new Medbed procedures of how the rollout will take place. Okay. So 9, 10, and 11. So I've got the next 3 hours, then 1 hour spare, which I need to do a few things. So we're looking at 1 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. 1 p.m. I'll do a live stream. Sydney, Australian time. Yeah, and it's now almost 9 a.m. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so 1 p.m. Sydney, Australia time, I will do a live stream. Alrighty, and I'll explain the intel I've got and the new Medbed rollout plan. Okay, and I'll explain the situation of why the change. Alrighty. So I'll see some of you at 1 p.m. in, what's that, 4 hours? I can't count. 4 hours, 15 minutes, something like that. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.
Hey guys, how are you? So, got really bad weather here. It's 1 degree. Yesterday was 25 degrees Celsius. Today is 1. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my God. Pouring rain, wind, freezing cold, 25 degrees Celsius one day and 1 degree Celsius the next. Who the hell came up with this shit weather? Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Okay, so a bit of an update, and it's not what you want to hear. Trust me, it's not what I want to hear. Let me just stop walking so I can actually talk. Right. So update. Apparently, there is the plot that was to take out the intel provider a few days ago that was neutralized by the protection team, the galactic team, is still going. And they are dealing with it. And currently, preparations are being made to remove that intel provider from the public and get them to safety. Complicated by politics, complicated by the assets the intel provider has, but an agreement has been made between the Galactics and the military to remove that person at any moment. So apparently the people, pharmaceutical companies and shadow governments, the ones, you know, that there shouldn't be any shadow governments, but the people still in a position not of influence but of power, where they have the ability to cause trouble using private militias and hired guns, still have many threats out on certain intel providers and people higher up. Basically what they've done is they've said some of them, if you release the RV, we will kill such and such, such and such. if you release the RV, release the medbeds, everyone involved in that release has a target on their back and will get a bullet in the brain. Now, I was told this morning the RV is Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, so in Australia tomorrow. Medbeds, on the other hand, they have to sort this situation out, which should only take a few days, a few extra days. And yeah, so all in all, it is good news, but not good news, if you get what I mean. So it's going to be a few extra days at least. Trump's really trying to push it through for this week for the medbeds, but with certain people in immediate extreme danger, he just can't push it through. The military have said absolutely not. We have to deal with the situation and take control before even considering releasing the medbeds. So that's what's happening at the moment. It's not ideal. It is a pain in the ass, but it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing. So, my God, my big horse Zeus has got a dog toy, a squeaky toy, and he's playing with it, which is really cute. But yeah, so not a great update, but the intel providers and the people that are on the target list are very safe at the moment. And one of them is in the process of being prepared to be removed. And then they will go one by one and deal with that. Okay, so that's what it is right now, and we just have to hope and pray for the best and go from there. All right, guys, take care and have a beautiful day. Thanks, bye.
Dear enemies, we thank you for your darkness, because your darkness has given us more strength, more maturity, more intelligence. Thank you for your energy and your potential. We have grown with your help. I give you wonderful flowers from all my soul and heart. May you be very happy, because beneath all your rage and evil, there are only wounded children and much sadness, and we have much compassion and mercy for you. With much love, Wolverine. Okay, guys, this what came through. The USD is dead, and now we have the USN backed by gold, which should give the green light to get the RV started. The rainbow currency was a fabricated story. It was never real. I spoke to a lot of my contacts and some whales, and they all said that today is the day. At this moment, I don't have any update if anyone has received payment today or not, but if I have some news later on today, I will let you all know. Hopefully Bruce will bring it home tonight. God bless. Wolverine. At Sluggo97Y commented on Mark Z Live. Mark saw my local Chase bank teller out of the bank yesterday afternoon during her lunch, and I asked her if she was under an NDA. She said yes. We're that close. That the bank tellers are now under NDA now, November 4th live with Mark Z. Now this gets me excited. TNT Tony says the plan was for us to be at the bank Saturday morning. That's what everyone told Tony. The banks called their people on Saturday and made them work until 6. That's why Tony didn't do a call on Friday. He expected to get the 800 number Friday night. He says we are so close to happiness. He has good news. Tony says he hasn't taken a payment from anyone in 2 months because he thought we were there. Tony has been in touch with everyone. IMF, UN, three-letter guys, the banks and all said it was going on Friday. Everything had gone well with Trump's tribe. As Tony had tweeted earlier, it was given back to Soudani to make the announcement so people could see him as powerful and vote for him on November 11th. Everything was in place in Iraq. The new envoy has had 4 or 5 days, and he was going to make the decisions for the Trump administration. It came out today that the U.S. is going to pick the president, ministers, etc. Tony heard the speculation over the weekend that the RV won't happen until 2026. It doesn't make common sense. The banks have the rates. They are scheduling people over the next 8 days. Iraq is explaining to people what the lower denoms mean and what the new system means. The IMF and the UN packed up and left Iraq on Friday and told Tony on Sunday that they got paid on Saturday. One of Tony's members went to the bank on Sunday, got the same rates again, but it didn't go through. Bank people worked on Sunday until 6. On Monday morning, Tony was told we are back to waiting for the Treasury to give the go. They are waiting for a phone call. The IMF and UN called Tony and said they are waiting for the phone call from Treasury as well. They have been paid, but want to make sure the process is going. People were sitting in bank parking lots today at their appointed times, just waiting. We are waiting for tonight to be over with, and we should be in the banks tomorrow. They have given Tony a time range. Multiple countries are telling Tony it is all done. It is the perfect time. As of this morning, the ZIM was grayed out on the bank screens. We will know when they give us the 800 numbers if it will go or not. Everything else is still there with the rates Tony has, but Tony is flabbergasted at some of the rates he's been told. He might be neighbors with Elon. Some people will be absolutely shocked. Be ready. Posted by Ginger Dysalt.
Continued from TNT Tony Update. People have appointments for tomorrow already. So hopefully the Treasury will do what they're supposed to do so we can do what we're supposed to do. Don't be bothered if the ZIM or Boulevard don't go. Go with what you have and buy more. You will no longer be stressed, and you know they will go later. The window has now opened. P.S. TNT Tony Intel doesn't match up with Bruce's live call. I remember Mayhem Mel did a live probably 2 months ago. She said we will get SKRs for the Boulevard. However, I don't know if that's Australia only. Just take in your ZIM when we receive the notifications. I'm sure I read some intel that said Zimbabwe are ready. They need the ZIM for the projects. I wish these people would say, and this intel came from...
AB Snoo on X commented, "Alert! This is news for you before it happens. Suddenly you will hear, whether from me or someone else, the announcement of the bankruptcy of the Iraqi banks. That will mark the real collapse and the fall of the regime in Iraq. A financial meltdown is coming. Militia leaders will steal people's money from the banks." This was posted at 8:46 a.m., 11/4/25. Texas Cowgirl comments, "Very scary thought for the good people of Iraq. I'm praying for their preparedness and complete recovery in the name of the Lord." Many are sensing the shift. The signal could come suddenly, the announcement of Iraqi bank bankruptcy. When that happens, it may mark the true collapse of the old financial regime. What looks like chaos is often the clearing before revaluation. It's hard making any sense of Iraq in this movie. We know it's done, and they can flip the switch at any time, so however they have to have this movie end, just do it already. Stay grounded, stay ready. Posted by A2Z Dream.
This is from Bruce. They would like for you to get a trust within 30 days of the exchange. So if you do not have one at the time of exchange, you need one within 30 days so monies go to the proper people in case something should happen to you. People that have called me a scammer and saying that the Yellow Dragon bonds are not worth anything and that it's a scam, blah, blah, eat this, you haters. This is from Bruce. You will tell them if they are Yellow Dragon, Red Dragon, or German bonds. They would allow time for those to be reviewed and make sure that you are the rightful owner of those bonds, and a person will be there to help you with those bonds. If you have sheet bonds, not the ZIM currencies, bearer bonds. Bruce, heard from a high individual, bond paymaster with Wells Fargo, said we will be notified and get out email notifications tomorrow, Wednesday, 5th of November. That information came and another info backed that up, and so far there is nothing that takes us off that timeline. Bruce believes this and has faith that it is going to occur as we have been informed for tomorrow. Things leading up to this. Vietnam was ready to go last week to revalue dong last week. Iraq was not ready. Iraq has had certain people in Iran that were messing with their banking system, trying to keep putting out our fiat money in their banking system, and this was forbidden, as only Iraqi dinar was allowed to be used in Iraq, not U.S. dollars. It ends up people were in Parliament that were removed, who were removed on Sunday, that were messing with the banking system. Now Iraq can save face and take their role as cornerstone of the exchanges and start of the exchanges. Are there people who want to delay this? Maybe. We had a few incidents yesterday and today that seemed as opposition, but nothing that says we are not going tomorrow. Bruce is looking forward to it. When Forex comes up on Sunday at 5 p.m. EST, we should have new rates on the screens. When we get the emails with 800 numbers, we will call a call center, and there are 4 to 6 call centers in the USA, 1 in each time zone, including Alaska and Hawaii. It may be automated at first, maybe an AI voice to enter your zip code, etc., but at some point, based on that info, you get transferred to an actual redemption center where you will redeem your currencies, or you will be given a number to call to speak with the person who will actually do your exchange and help with your ZIM. Each appointment is to be between 30 to 40 minutes. If you have sheet bonds, full-length page bonds, you must let them know on the call. You will tell them if they are Yellow Dragon, Red Dragon, or German bonds, they would allow time for those to be reviewed and make sure that you are the rightful owner of those bonds, and a person will be there to help you with those bonds if you have sheet bonds, not the ZIM currencies, bearer bonds. All redemption centers are to speed on the ZIM and approx 31 currencies on the screens at the redemption centers. When you go in, they will know who the ZIM holders are unless you have been gifted. Go in no more than 10 minutes before your appointment. Do not be late. Once you are in, there is a Know Your Customer process. They will see your ID, some kind of info to identify you, and you should also come with a utility bill with your address and who you are. Next, you will get at your currencies, and they will review your currencies, count, and verify. Try to separate currencies by type. You will talk about rates with them. If you have Dinar and projects, you will get a contract rate on Dinar, but you must ask. It will be at least 4 to 5 times higher than on the screen of the redemption center. Pres Trump set it up to have deal with Iraq to give us highest possible rate. Make sure you have typed up the total amount of each currency, like 2 million dong, like 4 million dinar, like 1 million rupiah. Write those down so when they're counting them, you can double check if the numbers agree. You will then talk about projects in a very short span of time, just a couple of minutes, like job creation, employing people. This is what they want to hear. Will your project employ people? Next is to get into setting up your QFS account. We are not positive if the R&R allowance will come out by direct deposit to us or if it will be the QFS account already for us to see. R&R is the money government made on marriage, birth, death certificates. You will get those funds back as those were traded as bonds on us. You will get taxes that you paid into over the years, all types of taxes, property tax, real estate tax, income tax, credit card interest, car loans, other bank loans, mortgage interest on your house, all should be returned to you. As you set up QFS account, you need a new username, password, 5-digit PIN code, set up a new email and a new password for your new email, and fingerprint for your biometric ID. Next, your account will be set up. The QFS is to hold the proceeds from the exchanges and redemption of ZIM, one big total that goes into the QFS account, backed by our treasury, and then on the same day, you pull out when you need for projects, etc., for your new life for the next 60 to 90 days, funds you expect to use. You can have several accounts for yourself and for your projects. The primary account drops money into the secondary accounts. They would like for you to get a trust within 30 days of the exchange, so if you do not have one at the time of exchange, you need one within 30 days, so monies go to the proper people in case something should happen to you. You will get a quantum card to move funds from QFS account to primary bank account. You will get a credit debit Wells Fargo card to access primary account. There will not be time to set up other accounts, and then others will be done in a few days. You will make an appointment with a Wells Fargo wealth manager, go back, and then set up other accounts you need. We are to get a couple of pages of perks or benefits. These are benefits for being a new high net worth customer. Look those over and then let them know what you would like. You will get a Q phone, a Starlink satellite phone that works all over the world. You can do financial QFS transactions on that phone. You may get a certificate to put toward a computer at a Best Buy. They do have our new USTN currency, our new money that will be at the redemption center. They want us to stay under $3,500 for our wallet at that time if you want cash. We will be sitting at one desk and they will come in and do it. We will not move from station to station. Different people will come in and out. They want to know for the first 60 to 90 days how you spend your money. They will see all financial moves. They will not approve anything bad like terrorist activity, etc. After 90 days, you will have access to all in your QFS account. You can add up to 3 banks onto your QFS card. You do not have to do it right away. We have the ability to earn interest on primary and secondary accounts. NDA. If you have ZIM, you will sign one. If you only have currency, you do not sign an NDA. If all you have is dinar or dong, you get full access without a quantum account unless you have containers full of those currencies. Humanitarian projects, job creation, and employment is what they are looking for in your projects. If no project, they will suggest contributing to their project list to help people. Bruce is saying he's hearing from about 3 sources. It will be tomorrow, and we shall be prepared for tomorrow, not sure of the time. check emails.
There was reportedly a major meeting between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, one that many believe will set the stage for historic changes ahead. Starlink and U.S. flag. Whatever was discussed, you can feel it. Momentum is building. The alignment of business, technology, and leadership is shifting in real time. Stay alert, grounded, and ready. The pieces are moving, and the future is about to look very different. Scott Brunswick, 11/04/2025.
The White House has turned gold. Tonight, the world saw the signal. The White House is no longer white, it glows gold. Not decoration, declaration. 11/11/2025, Cheyenne Mountain transmission confirmed. Trump Command Authority activated. The Quantum Financial System, QFS, is online. The gold standard is back. The Golden Age Protocol has begun. Bank servers synced to the gold ledger. The era of fiat and fraud is over. Project Odin signal loading. Tier 4B grid live. Debt chains broken. Value restored. The White House glows because the light has returned. America is awakening. The world is next. 11/11, the gold signal. Confirmed. The reset is not coming, it's happening.
Remember the 5th of November. Tomorrow could change everything. Tomorrow, November 5th, might be a date America will never forget. Senate Democrats have voted for the 14th time to keep the federal government closed, now the 35th day of shutdown. At the same time, the Supreme Court is set to hear a historic case on whether President Trump's tariff powers were legal. Trump called it life or death for our country, warning that without tariffs, the U.S. would be defenseless against those who exploited us for years. Meanwhile, across cities like Washington, D.C., Chicago, and New York, National Guard units are being deployed as rapid reaction forces to control unrest, raising fears of a creeping militarized America. Politics, economy, and security all seem to converge on this symbolic date. Remember the 5th of November. History doesn't always repeat, but tomorrow it might rhyme. Stay aware, stay in truth. Much love to all. Forwarded from GESARA.NEWS.
Since I started following the wisdom of the ancient philosopher, fuck you, my life has been so much better. Posted by Bossman Outdoors.
Bending study reveals possible alien genetic code within humans linked to enhanced mental and telepathic traits. P.S. Yes, including myself. My soul is a hybrid. Probably many of you are hybrids too. Chuckles.
Knows, and he loves you anyway. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. Psalm 139:4.
Look for something positive in each day, even if some days you have to look a little harder.
Blessing of divine timing. May you rest in patience and peace. What is meant for you is already forming, even if your eyes can't yet see it. The universe keeps perfect time. By Norzlightworker.